ħajja waħda qalb in-nies.
Mil-Porta Għawdex irħejtilha l-imġarrixxini. Sit pittoresk għall-aħħar. Imma ta' min jgħid illi Għawdex mhux siti biss għandha Saħrug, imma anke n-nies tal-lokal li mhux neċessarjament ikunu nattivi ta' Għawdex, bħal mistiedna li sa niltaqa' magħha llum. Anna Kisling, mara Ukrena illi issaħret wara din il-gżira xi 12-il sena ilu. Bdiet tgħixaw, rabbiet familja u llum kreat kunċett illi jaqqat il-kapaċità u t-talenti tagħha ma' dawn it-teżori naturali f'Għawdex.
We arrived. Few more steps and we are there.
Jekk vera għax tafu kif jiena fuq il-postijiet hekk meta nibda nara dawk l-ispost biex ikollok veduta tal-ġen, jekk vera taħsbu li jufsini tol, qas tibda. Kontu timmaġinaw hekk li di tista' tkun veduta tagħkom għal sija satejn, piknik bil-kwiet.
Anna tieħu ħsieb kollox tipprepara l-ikel skont il-gosti tagħkom, tażel is-sit skont it-tempu l-ħin tal-ġurnata biex żgur tesperjenzaw piknik uniku.
Xi ħadd ieħor isu diġà skoprija di fi żmien ilu ħafna għax anke l-forum tat-taraċ wara biex tiġi għaliha u forum tat-taraċ oħra biex tibqa' niżla għall-baħar. Setup oriġinali ħafna u naħseb hija waħda mill-isbaħ idejat li tista' tikkombina il-pajsaġġ sabiħ mal-ikel u mal-mod ta' kif wieħed jista' jgħix ħajja sana. So, Anna, tell me a little bit about yourself, how from Ukraine you came to Malta. Well, not to Malta, to Gozo actually.
Yes, well, my story isn't unique. I fell in love.
Okay.
I haven't heard about Gozo ever. I heard about Malta before. And at that time of my life, I was married and lived in Austria with my husband in Vienna, which was beautiful.
Yes.
And one day he said, hey, what do you think about going to Malta? I was like, would be great. And that's it. And then my birthday was approaching, which is end of July. And he said, I have a surprise for you. We're going for a weekend to Malta. And so that's how it happened.
And it was Malta, not Gozo,
and it was
originally.
Malta. We stayed one night in Malta and they said, you have to go to Gozo. I was like, Gozo? And so we caught the ferry. It was about 15, 16 years ago, actually. So Malta just joined the EU and they still had, you still had Maltese lira, which
Yes.
I remember. So everything was in Maltese lira at the time. We traveled to Gozo. It looked different. It was a bit different, but it was so beautiful. I remember this drive from the ferry to Arp, you know, the straight line, and sunset at Ramla Beach, and yeah, that was it.
That is romantic. But of course, then there's a difference between coming on holiday to actually then making the decision to live in another country. So when you came to live and then choosing Gozo to live in, what did you base your choice on?
Actually, I really, really liked the quietness of Gozo. So for me, the choice was obvious. Malta wasn't as busy as it is now, but
Yes.
even at that time, it was quite busy, and I wanted to have more like a countryside lifestyle. And at that time, I worked abroad, so it was perfect. I would just come and connect to Gozo and relax, and then fly for a work abroad. So that was life.
So I'm going to help myself to this special
Drink.
that you made from Ukraine.
It's called compote, and as kids or adults, we always have it. So it's made of fruits, water, and tiny bit of sugar. And you can drink it cold or hot. In winter, of course, we prefer it hot.
Okay.
And in summer, it's a very nice chilled. Let me know what you think. This one is apple and pear.
Delicious.
Yes.
I won't get into the thing of asking you how you made this and how you made that, because we will take
Yes.
the whole program for you, but you'll have to share your
Of course,
little
it's very,
recipes with
very
me. That's
easy.
lovely. Thank you. It's so heartwarming. Thank you.
Delicious.
So today I wanted to surprise you with Ukrainian food, and I made some Ukrainian specialities. For example, here we have, this is a roasted aubergine with roasted sunflower seeds and paprika dip. You can eat it just with the spoon. I can eat it with the spoon or on the bread. And I made some traditional bread from my city I'm from. This is a bit like a flat bread, but it's great.
Thank you. Wow.
Then we have here, in Ukraine, we eat a lot of pickled.
Aubergines.
Yes, we have lots of aubergines, but also pickled or marinated, which is very healthy for the gut.
Yes, yes.
So
like
this is
like fermented.
fermented.
You know? Yes.
You can smell this is a fermented aubergine. It's good. Here we have some eggs.
Oh,
with,
yeah, we love these. It reminds us, you know, they're very similar to our culture. Right? We always have them in parties, eggs. Not what
Absolutely.
you probably fill them with, but we do have the filled eggs.
Of course, I think in every culture they do, and I so much enjoy learning about Maltese cuisine. I took some lessons from my neighbor who
Really?
taught me how to cook a few dishes, asatat, and I thought it's easy, but folding asatat properly,
That's an art.
that was
What
was
else?
challenge.
What else?
So she taught me how to do lampuki pie,
Nice.
which was big surprise to me, but I loved the simplicity and the idea of no waste in Maltese cuisine. So you always like put potato underneath, so it catches all the juice from the fish and the vegetables, and it makes a delicious meal. So
Wow,
yes,
very good. How nice, and how you're very conscious of
what
I can see your passion in everything that you've prepared here.
here we have some traditional vareniki. Here we have some cream soup, and I can maybe pour you some.
Wow, so we're going to start even with soup?
Yes.
So it's not a picnic of sandwiches and
No.
crisps. It's actually the full shebang. Wow. Oh.
And not quite it. I'm doing my own salt. So this is the salt from Schweini Bay.
Yes.
And this is the salt with rosemary from my garden, and that one with oregano. So the soup is not quite salty. Maybe you would
Okay,
like
let me
to
see.
add some salt.
How does it make you feel being here, you know, during this time when unfortunately Ukraine is suffering so much?
Yeah, well, it was very, it's sad, and I went through a roller coaster of emotions, because that's just, you never imagine that in your lifetime the war will be so close to your heart. And what it made me realize that how grateful I am to be here, to be living in a sunny place with the blue skies, with my child going to school and me not worrying that she's going to come back or not. It's my heart is broken for all my friends and family in Ukraine, but at the same time I feel lots of gratitude for being here.
I love hearing your story, but I'm going to really indulge in this beautiful food that you've
Please,
prepared.
please.
Thank you.
And in
Cheers.
Ukraine we always say cheese.
Cheers. But what is it in Ukraine?
It's always different. So each time you make a cheers, you say like, we call it a toast, you say some meaningful
For health,
yes.
or for happiness,
for
or
love, for meeting
for
you.
meeting you. Thank you.
The local traveller would like to thank Visit Gozo, Motopoint, Kazan Mamo Insurance, Enemed, Mecca Marine, Highfield and Mercury, Ministry for the Economy, European Funds and Lands, Ministry for the Environment, Energy and Enterprise. We would also like to thank Visit Malta, Coca-Cola and Neoderma.